I'm just listening to music. I just finished eating like some leftover Popeyes, and I was like, I should probably go live because I'm home by myself. Like the kids aren't here. Ooh, sorry, this chair squeaky. The kids aren't here, so let me see if I can open this. Hold on. I guess I can't. My damn thing's falling down because my children broke it. But yeah, I wanted to talk about Insecure. I still need to finish Little Fires Everywhere. Like, how are y'all doing? Because I know me, this isolation has been pretty hard on me. Um, Being with the kids all the time, and y'all know how kids can, run you up a wall. And I've been just like, been just me by myself with the kids these whole 8 however long weeks that we've been in isolation. So it's been rough. It's been very trying. um I've called on the Lord, and I feel like he is with me. But yeah, um it's been rough. I have a little ghetto margarita. It's a Dole. What is the bottle? It's a Dole strawberry lemonade with tequila in it that I really think is delicious. I just tasted this for the first time the other day, and I like it. They say it's like the first tequila to be rested in wine barrels. I didn't know. But yeah, so I was like, while I'm having my drink, why can't I see? Is anybody saying anything? Because I don't see nothing. Okay. Um, I figure while I'm sitting here, like thinking about it, I might as well do it. Um, Everybody's making videos talking about the whole Issa Molly dynamic. Hey, BB Nice. Oh, I'm so glad you caught me. It's been a real like productive day, I guess. And I'm just kind of chilling now. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the whole insecure thing because I watched a video the other day, and the person I was making the video was like, "Oh, I feel like Issa is a narcissist, and like I'm on Molly's side." And I was just like, it's so crazy to see all these different perspectives about their relationship and like who's wrong or who's more wrong, because we know they're both wrong. Is this too loud? I feel like it's getting louder. Janet, who knew Janet was that loud? But yeah, I feel like they're both wrong, right? But everybody's kind of trying to figure out who's more wrong in the situation, or whatever the case might be. I also feel like they're both wrong. Um, I feel like Molly's more wrong at this point, because at the point in which you confront me, like a verbal confrontation, like, and you're visibly upset, and like, why would you confront me like that in the middle of my first event? It's not even like I just do these things every day. Like, this is my first event. So yeah, that was kind of like crazy to me that Molly would do that. I think that put her over the top for being wrong. Issa and Molly will never be the same. Will probably never be the same. Too much truth came out in the conflict. Yeah. Oh yeah, when she said, "Oh, you're still the same selfish bitch," and then called her miserable, and you could just, we knew that they were saying the real, like what they really felt about each other, because that's how we feel about them as these characters. Like, we knew that Molly is miserable. Like, she's never happy. And Issa is pretty selfish. I mean, her character on the show does seem to be like, you know, it's about me first, and then it's about you. Love you, but me. You know what I mean? Like, she gives me that. Um, but yeah, I think you said I honestly think Molly is wrong. She always jump into conclusions. You saw it on her vacation. Right. I didn't that rubbed me the wrong way. Ooh, that rubbed me the wrong way when she started saying that stuff to Andrew. And I'm like, Andrew is his friend. Why would you even do something like that? Like, why would you say that to somebody's friend? And you supposed to be my friend? Even if we fell out, it's just the way it flows so easily from her. Like, she just, even before they fell out, when she was bringing her to the, bringing, or this stuff kicking in already. When they were bringing, when they were going to the mixer, when she was trying to raise the money, and she called it a homegrown event. And I was just kind of like, why you gotta be all that? Like, Issa's thing was nice. Honestly, I think Molly is wrong. She's always, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, as soon as she heard Issa on the phone, oh, Issa, she's, of course she would be hanging out with Nathan and da 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 da. And it's just like, okay, even if Molly is right about her liking her life messy, like, I feel like that's such a, like, what does that even mean? That she doesn't want to keep it clean? Because I feel like Molly's idea of clean is like, I don't know, I don't like no wishy-washy, middle of the road stuff. Like, if you're not within these strict guidelines and boundaries, then you got to go. And I feel like a lot of people can't live their lives like that. Like, I know I can't. Like, I have boundaries, but there's definitely times when you have to, stretch your boundary a little bit or tighten it up more. And like, I just feel like Molly is so rigid in her thinking when it comes to relationships and what they're supposed to be. And if you don't fit that, she's very like ready to dispose of you. And I don't think Issa does that. And I think she looks at that as a weakness in Issa. And I think she looks at her wanting to fix relationships and like continue relationships that are complicated as being messy. It's like every relationship doesn't have to be simple. There are relationships that are complicated that are worth holding on to, you know what I mean, and worth working with and worth working on. I don't know why Molly feels like, everything got to be so cut and dry. Everybody's got complicated relationships somewhere in their life. And, not toxic. I'm not saying toxic, complicated. Sometimes things are just complicated at a point with certain people. And that might be because of toxic behaviors. They always exist, but it doesn't mean the whole situation is just toxic. It's complicated. Remember when her and Lawrence was talking and Molly was looking out the window judging? And it wasn't even like that. That was kind of funny because I was just like, why is that your first thought? Like, did they even hug? They didn't even look like they were that close together. They looked very social distanced, like they were kind of like 4 feet away from each other. So I was just kind of like, Molly, what is your deal? They were not. They didn't hug. They didn't kiss. There was nothing. But two people that knew each other smiling and having a little chat, like they should be able to do after being together for 5 years. You know what I mean? Molly's just wild. Like, that's why when I heard that person sticking up for her so hard, I'm like, so you're not gonna mention none of the crazy stuff that Molly does? Like, you're not gonna mention any of it? You're just gonna say Issa's a narcissist? I don't think Issa's a narcissist. I think selfishness and narcissism are two different things. I'm kind of irritated with the show. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the pacing is a little bit slow, and I don't like this last episode. We got like, it was basically just a whole episode of Molly and Andrew having sex, different kinds of sex. Like, y'all gave us Molly and Andrew, Andrew, getting it going under the blanket with the finger pop, and then y'all showed us them doing it on the balcony. Um, what was I don't remember what they were looking like, but yeah, they were on the balcony, and then y'all gave us uh probably the first that I know of on cable TV, somebody getting the groceries ate. um I don't think I've ever seen that on HBO unless I'm just not watching certain types of shows. But then they gave us, did they give us another one? I feel like they gave us another one too. She was acting like they both was spreading love around at wasn't spreading love around at one point. They both wasn't spreading love around. You talking about dang, who was I talking about? He said, I think they were showing where Issa is at this point and then where Molly is. And I got that. I see that they did that. But Chris from Pop Roast over on Alexander Rogers' channel, he had said that he thinks that the last two episodes could have been made into one episode. And I agree. Like, I feel like they could have really condensed, like, those two episodes into one episode, showed what Issa was doing, and then flipped and showed what Molly was doing. And I feel like I would have enjoyed that more than seeing two episodes, knowing that we only have a couple episodes left, knowing there's still certain questions that we have not answered, certain things that we have not explored. Like, there's just a lot of things that I feel like need to happen that haven't happened yet. And I'm just kind of like, we're running out of time. Why are we watching Andrew and Molly have sex again? Like, we have so much other things that we need to do. What is going on? But I don't know. Some people enjoy the sex scenes between Molly and Andrew. I think Andrew is cute. Like, is he supposed to be Vietnamese? I feel like he has a little bit of color to his skin. You know what I mean? I feel like Vietnamese people be having like a little color. Vietnamese people and Filipino people, I feel like, have a little bit more color. But I was trying out nail polish. But I think Andrew's cute. But the sex scenes are just like, they're cool or whatever. I'm waiting for, if there was a sex scene I wanted to see on this show, they need to hurry up and get to the one with Torian and Molly. Because I'm of the belief that they're gonna hook up. The guy at her job that she hates, I feel like he's gonna hook up with her, and that's gonna complicate the relationship with her and Andrew, because they're gonna just have like a really angry like bang or whatever. I don't know. They're gonna have a some type of situation happen, I think, and then even though she hates him, it's gonna be like really great or something like that. I don't know, but I feel like it's coming. So with her and Torian, I want to see that one because I feel like that's gonna be just crazy. Um, and then people are saying Issa and Lawrence are gonna have one, but I'm just kind of like, I mean, I guess I'm here for it. I'm over Lawrence now. I feel like I've gone through all the stages of grief of their relationship, and I'm like, she could be with somebody new. I feel like maybe last year I was like, oh, it'd be nice if that was the storyline because, whatever. But at this point, I'm over it. Jay Ellis looked nice with his fade. I hope he keeps the fade. And there's a dog outside my window that keeps walking back and forth and distracting me. Because I know they're not about to pick up if this dog poops outside my door. They're rude as fuck. That needs to shut the damn mouth. That needs to shut the damn mouth. Anyway, Um, but yeah, I feel like I'm excited for the next episode. I want to see what Lawrence has to say to Issa. Um, I feel like they're setting us up for us to be like thinking it's gonna be one thing and then it's not. And I really hope that's not the case. I don't know. I want them I want to see like if he really is like gonna be like, I want to try again. I had a feeling that maybe he's gonna want to do some like work with her on something, and that's why he wants to meet. Because in my mind, that would be something that would be like a complete letdown, and I feel like they're trying to like hold it up and then drop us, but maybe they're not. Maybe he really is gonna talk to her um, about them possibly starting again, doing something again. If that's the case, I guess I'm here for it. It just at this point I would rather her do something new. She's got this new uh career ahead of her with, these cultural, curating that she's gonna be doing. So it's kind of like I don't want her to mm, go back to like I just feel like she needs something new. I think Nathan could be the new thing going into the next season. And I think I want I want Lawrence to watch her move on and be happy with somebody. Cause I feel like she had to watch him move on to Tasha, move on to Indian girl. Sorry, what's her name? I don't want to call her Indian girl. She was beautiful. What was her name? Prashna? I don't remember her name. But the Indian young lady that he dated last season. Yeah, he had to watch her move on to her, bring her to the damn dinner party with her friends, and have to sit up in his face, and then move to Condoleezza, and that, was a crash and burn situation. I just want him to be able to watch her now living her life while he gets to be on the sideline and be like, oh, dang, it must be nice to like be able to spend time with her and wanting to spend time with her. Meanwhile, she's spending time with somebody else. Because I feel like that's how she felt. But um, yeah, that's what I want to see happen. But what else did I want to talk about with the show? Um, so yeah, the last episode that we watched, they kind of stopped following Molly when Molly saw Lawrence, and then they followed Lawrence. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a Lawrence centered episode this week, which I'm not really excited about either. Like that's why I guess I'm a little bit disappointed with the show. Just like I said, the pacing to me is just slow. I feel like we're gonna have an episode showing whatever Lawrence is gonna talk to Issa about, and that's gonna be the whole entire goddamn episode. Mostly is them talking and her thinking about what he's talked about, as well as thinking about what's going on with Molly and also what's going on with Nathan. But I feel like it's hopefully we get more than just them meeting and talking and just a little bit of the, you know, whatever. But yeah, you said Molly and Issa said they both used to sleep around. Oh, for real? Mm. Yeah, I remember the first season, Molly was kind of like thotty. Like she was sleeping with those little young guys that they had met somewhere. Didn't know them, didn't even talk to them, just threw them down in the bed and just gave it to him. You know, is Yvonne Orji still a virgin? Because somebody told me she was a virgin, which was interesting because I'm like, you're acting out all these sex scenes really realistically. She's a virgin in real life. You said they need an hour, not 30 minutes. That's what everybody's saying. And they're not going to give it to us because people don't, I don't think people even appreciate 30 minutes. And I got to say this. Now, because I get it too. I want more time, right? But I really digest these episodes. Like, I really watch these episodes and take in all of what's going on in these episodes. And I don't think everybody does that. And that's why they feel dissatisfied with 30 minutes. I feel satisfied with 30 minutes most of the time, but lately the pacing is just not what you know what I mean? I'm not loving it. I gotta admit that. But there is a lot to examine within the 30 minutes. And I feel like when people do these reviews, they don't even like mention the little gems. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I say I don't think they really even appreciating the 30 minutes, because some reviews I'll watch and I'll be like, they didn't talk about this. They didn't talk about this that happened. Like these little things that are like such points of, like light in the show that they're trying to like, trying to show us. And I feel like some people miss those things. So it's kind of like, I don't blame them for only giving us 30 minutes. Hi, Alana Spears. I don't have mods. Nobody really be in my chat, so I don't really need mods. I hardly come on live. Because whenever I think about coming on live, I'm like, but what am I going to say? What am I going to talk about? And I know people just come on and talk, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know what to talk about. And then I'd be telling myself like, don't do it. And then I don't do it. But I'm trying to make myself do it so maybe it'll become more natural for me. And, I'll get better at it. Who knows? He said, I don't think Issa wants Lawrence back. The selfishness in her isn't thinking about him. She ain't want him when she had. Ooh. She said she didn't want him when she had him. I guess that is true in a sense. I don't think it's that she didn't want him. I think I think it was very complicated. I think he stopped showing her the side of him, that would be desirable. And then I think she kind of stopped desiring him for a little bit because he was just kind of like hanging out, in sweats and old raggedy t-shirts, no job, no, with just an idea. And I think, he wasn't taking her out. It was just a lot of, he probably wasn't doing things until the very end. He finally got his act together, but it was like too late. She had already kind of strayed. Because remember, when he finally started making breakfast and stuff, it was literally the day after she had did what she did with Daniel. Like, it was the morning after he finally decided to fry up some bacon, scramble some eggs, and be be like a participating partner in their relationship, and wanted to like do things for her and like be there. And like I was just kind of like, what? That's so messed up. Now that she's like so guilty about what she's done, now you want to jump up and be a good partner. So I get it, He finally decided to like get his shit together. It was too late. So yeah. I don't know. I don't think she's still caught up on him either. I think she's thinking about I think she's more thinking about her own things, you know? I think she kind of was scathed by getting ghosted. I think she was. Cause ooh, these nails look crazy. Um, I I think she really started to like Nathan. Cause I remember that episode she had admitted to them. She was like, "Yeah, you know, I guess I'm happy." Um, when she was talking about Nathan, she was like, "I guess I'm happy." And to admit to your not only yourself but your friends, because that's not easy sometimes, depending on who your friends are. To admit to your friends, like, "Oh, I have this person like that I really like, and I'm happy." Because you know, if it starts going bad and you have to come back and be like, "Oh my God, he did this," and I'm like, really? But I, I think she really liked him. Um, and him doing that to her really like singed her. So I think that's why she's just kind of keeping him a little bit at a distance. But I don't think she really wants to. I think she feels like she has to. Because even on the block party episode, when Nathan came, finally, you know, when they finally had saw each other face to face, because he said that he was like, "Oh, it's good to see you in person," you know, because I guess he hadn't seen her in person, only on Insta. They were like messaging and or texting or whatever. So you could see like when he hugged her and he even like complimented her or something, like his energy was very like flirty. You could tell he was very open in that way. And he told her, you know, that she looked good, and she still didn't even like catch it because she wasn't open. Like she was just like, really? Because I don't feel like it. Like I feel stressed out. Like she was so wound up, she couldn't even see that he was like trying to give her a little rhythm. Like he was trying to give her that green eye rhythm, but she wasn't seeing it. Um, and I mean, I get it. That was a stressful time, but I feel like when she hugged him, they like showed her face, and her face was kind of unsure, like, you know what I mean, kind of like, okay, I'll hug you, but you know what I mean, it was kind of like, and I don't think it's because she didn't want to hug him. I think she's just kind of like doesn't want to feelings, you know, she don't want to get caught up in feelings for him and have him dip out again. I think that's what it is. Because I mean, he's fine. Why would she not want to hug him? Why would she not want to hug him? Hug him. He is fine. To think about it, I don't remember ever seeing Issa fully into anyone ever, except that music guy. I can't remember his name. Daniel. Not this fruit fly trying to eat my stuff. Damn fruit fly. um, yeah, the music guy, and I feel like she was only into him just because of what he represented, the guy that she had wanted before and couldn't have, you know, and then now she can have him. I feel like that would tempt anybody. I mean, let's be honest, especially if they look like Daniel. Like, come on, because he was like, you know, giving her all that rhythm and giving her all the energy that she wanted from Lawrence. but but yeah, this was like the first guy other than that she's been like into that seemed promising is Nathan. And I like their chemistry. Like they have really good chemistry. Out of everybody that they've paired her with on the show, I think her and Nathan have the best chemistry. Um and then after that, probably Lawrence and then Daniel. But yeah, I think they have the best chemistry. I think that's why I want to see them together. Because who doesn't want to see, you know, two actors with good chemistry on screen together. Like, I'd rather see that any day. And I love how they have all these like little cameos. We got Kim Fields, aka Tootie. We got from the High Tower, the Steve Harvey show. We got, what was her name on the show? Piggy Greer, Regina Greer, the principal. We got her as Issa's mama. We got Levita from the same show. We got Levita, who was Cedric's girlfriend. They got married on the show. They got Cole from Martin as Looking for Latoya, the father on the Looking for Latoya thing. SZA is Latoya. Latoya's mama is Candy Burris. Like, they just have the best cameos on this show. I died when I saw that Latoya was SZA. I couldn't. I was just like, they know us. You said they do, but I believe she's not gonna have time for his mental issues. Maybe. Hi, Michelle's daughter. She said hi. You don't think she's gonna have time for it? Dang, man, that would suck. I feel like, I mean, just the fact that he's been this consistent in her life since then, he has to be working on it. You know, he has to at least be talking to somebody, and talking to his, you know, talking through his issues with somebody, because he's been really consistent in her life in the background. Like, they haven't really brought him into the forefront on the show yet this season, but he's kind of consistently in the background, consistently like in contact with her. He helped her, you know, when Molly didn't want to, which I want to talk about that too, because Molly is messed up for that. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, because I don't care if we're not even friends right now. There's certain people that I'm not even friends with anymore. But if they came to me and said, I've been having a dream to do XYZ, and I'm trying to make it happen, and all I need is this one favor from you to make it happen, for my dream to come true, can you help me? I'm going to help them. Like, I don't care if we're not friends right now. So that was messed up to me. Cause it's like, damn, you really gonna say no and let your friend like dream fail and crash and burn and dry up like a raisin in the sun? Like, I can't. I was so disappointed in Molly. I was like, wow, Molly, you're a piece of work, girl. All you had to do was just say, hey, you know, Issa wants to do this thing and she's trying to get in contact with somebody. You know, maybe you should hit her up and y'all can see if y'all have anybody. You know what I mean? Like, maybe y'all can work something and you both can benefit from it. How is that going to make your relationship messy? If anything, if your boyfriend can benefit from that, why wouldn't you? Girl, no. He said, just saying hi, I'm listening and working. Oh, thank you for listening. I know how it is. Hopefully you're, you know, wherever you're working, you're still able to stay safe, because I know it's kind of jarring having to go back to work after all this. I'm supposed to go to orientation for my job tomorrow. I haven't been there since March 14th. And yeah, I work in a building that's like a warehouse. So there's a lot of people in the building. It's a retail space. It's a retail space. I don't like telling too much because, you know, people be crazy, but I think y'all probably have a clue where I work, or what kind of company I work for. And I'm just scared to be around all them people and not know if just one person might have it and everybody start getting sick. You know what I mean? It just, they're saying that in warehouses and factories, that they're seeing spikes because people are all working together. And I'm just like, oh my God. They have put in a lot of practices, like they have they have masks for us to wear. They have, you know, basically closed down the certain parts of the store so that when we eat lunch we could sit really far apart. They have um you know, they've done a lot of things to try to keep everybody safe. So that helps me in my mind like feel better about it, but I'm still kind of like, I gotta plug this phone in. Hold on. I promise I will never lie. Hold on. Ooh, I had to plug in my phone. I don't have nothing under the shirt. I don't want to flash y'all. I gotta rig this up because now that my charger's in it. Ooh. Here we are. Hi, Mom. My mom is in here, Sylvia. BB Nice said, no, remember he disappeared for a minute. Who disappeared for? Oh, you feel like Nathan disappeared this season? Because I feel like he's been in the background, like pretty much most of the season. Exactly. Molly was wrong and it's okay. She said no, but why get mad? Because Issa made it happen without you. Right. Exactly, BB Nice. I was like, how dare you? She like, yo, I feel like low key, she was mad that Issa like found like that Issa actually accomplished it. I think she was like, not only did you accomplish it, but you had the nerve to still get my boyfriend to help you. Like that really got her so mad. And I was just kind of like, why are you mad? Even if you weren't with Andrew, she has what's the word I'm looking for? Access to Andrew. Even if you and Andrew are not together. Andrew could turn to you right now and say, I never want to see you again. And Issa could still call Nathan and get access to Andrew like that. So you don't even have to be involved at all. And I just felt like she was just very much like, had that gatekeeper mentality, like when she told her, like, I don't want my relationship involved. And I think in her mind, she thought, well, that's that on that. You ain't using my man to get what you want. And I think she was like molded to realize, like, no, I can still get to this person. Like, you don't have to be involved. Molly likes to be in control of situations too. I think that's the thing. He said, yes, remember she was texting him and didn't respond. I think he was ghost for about 3. Yeah, that's what I mean. He did ghost her for sure. But I mean, after he came back, ever since he came back from the ghosting, he's not gone ghost again, is what I'm saying. I think he's trying to, not trying to, I think he's successfully, at least to me, won back some type of standing. You know what I mean? Just for him, like I said, being there for her, just even when she was like nervous the night before the block party, and he was like, "Do you want to talk?" It's simple. It's a simple thing, but how many times do you get that? You know, how many times do you get that when you need it? Sometimes you need somebody to talk to, and you don't have nobody to talk to. And he was there to talk to her when she, was nervous. He helped her get in contact with Vince Staples. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like he's trying to win back some type of standing. And I think he has. I mean, he was able to get her headliner. And I think that I would feel like much better about our friendship if I was Issa. I would feel better about whatever friendship I had with him at that point, because I feel like, okay, he got my back too. You know what I mean? Like he we f's with each other on the same level. It's not like he's just gonna jump up tomorrow and ghost her again. I don't think she's worried about that anymore. Yeah, but because he was has mental issues per Andrew, he may do it again. He is. I in my mind, I know they're bringing it up for a reason. So I know this is not the last thing we're gonna see with his mental issue, but I think he might be, he could be the example of somebody who has been dealing with mental issues, but is actually like managing those. You know what I mean? Like it's possible to manage your mental issues and to like do things in a more healthy way. Um, if you really want to, and if you are willing to work and practice and be accountable. And I think he could be an example of that. Somebody who was, just doing things because he was dealing with his own mental issues and was kind of hurting other people in the process, and now was learning like, okay, I know how to manage my own things now, my own, you know. So I'm hoping he could be that, especially because we're seeing like Molly reach out to her therapist. So like there definitely mental health thread throughout this season. You know what I mean? Like how mental health affects your relationships is, I think, that thread that's going throughout this season. If you have baggage or things that you need to work on, it's gonna affect your relationships. And I think pretty much all of us are carrying around baggage. We just got different kinds. Some people got book bags, some got rolling luggage, you know what I'm saying? Some people got huge trucks full, of things they hoard and they never let go. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's an interesting season though. I will give them that. Even though the pacing is slow, I do appreciate the conversations that we're having about friendships and relationships between women. Um, and how those are really complicated too. It's not just the relationships between your boyfriends, your relationship between your female friends are complicated too. I'm I'm dealing with that in my real life, you know, learning how to navigate friendships with women, with men, with people. Um, but for me, with women, because when I was a kid, I didn't really have a lot of female friends. I always had male friends because I played sports. So all the kids that were around when I was playing sports were boys. I was not really, there wasn't really a lot of girls playing sports. So having friendships with women has always been a little bit challenging for me. I don't, it's not challenging for me, but it seems like there's something always happens. You know what I mean? Like I always feel like it's just going, like I'm just trying to be, but it is always seems to be something, I don't know. But ugh. Mom, I saw a really nice apartment today. Um, it is Mi Campo. I don't know. It's a tequila. It's brand new. Isn't it pretty? Look at the I like that the woman on it is brown. Come on, somebody. Got a brown person with some beautiful artwork. So I was feeling that. um and the guy the in the store highly recommended it. He was like, this is like premium tequila at like non-premium prices, and it's delicious. Like, it smells really good. Like, that's one of the things I like about tequila is the smell. That's why I don't really like other alcohols. They just don't really have a good smell. But yeah, I saw a really nice apartment. You know, one thing about this Rona, the apartment prices done gone. They done knocked them apartment prices on down. Got them for the low. So it's a good price for the apartment I saw, and it's like less than 15 minutes from my work. Like, I'm going to be able to sleep like, ugh. I'm gonna be able to sleep until like 6 a.m. I probably won't still. I'll probably still wake up at 5, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'll be able to sleep till 6 a.m. And then when I leave work, I'll get home in 15 minutes. Like, what? It won't take me an hour to get home no more. I'm like, I don't mind the hour commute, but it's starting to get to be a lot. Sometimes it's more than an hour. And I just want to go home sometimes, you know? After work, you're just like, ugh, I don't want to be sitting in this car for longer than a half hour. Um, Wherever I move, I want less than a half hour commute. The place where I looked today is, I don't know what county it's in, but it's like down by Columbia, Maryland. I looked in Catonsville and then Laurel. And Laurel's probably the closest. But yeah, I like the place. Like, it's got a dishwasher, Mom. I don't have to wash dishes. I don't have to wash dishes. I can't wait. Hey, Jason. Lord have mercy. Am I a leftist? What are we talking about? I'm just talking about I'm talking about having a dishwasher. I'm not talking about politics. I'm right-handed. I don't know about leftists. I'm right-handed. My son is ambidextrous and my other son is left-handed. I don't know what else you want me to talk about. But yeah, I have a dishwasher and a washer and dryer in the unit, which is what I really, 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 really wanted. And like, the windows go from the ceiling to the floor. The ceiling, like the windows go all the way down to the floor. Like, I kid you not. I was like dying. But I don't know if the unit that I'm getting is gonna have floor to ceilings, but it does have like a patio, a long patio, like bigger, and it has an overhang. So I could put my plants and stuff. I could put some chairs out there. It's gonna be a vibe in the summertime. I'm gonna hook it up. I'm gonna put little lights and stuff, you know. I'm gonna make it cute or whatever. Um, if I get it. I know I want it. I just have to get approved for it. I could afford it, everything, but with all this, everything that was going on, you know, the bills, the credit score had kind of like dipped a little bit, but it's going back up now. So I'm just like, I hope I can get it because it's nice. And like, it backs up to like a lake and like all these trees. So it's just such a nice view when you look out. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. It's pretty. Yes, I love plants too, BB Nice. I have all my plants with me. I brought my babies. I got all my plants with me. um, I wanted them to. I feel like y'all can't see them, but I was trying to create a little scenery behind me. I think they're too short. Ugh. But yeah, like I'm excited though for this place. But yeah, it's smaller than the place I'm in now, but I don't mind because honestly, I don't really need a lot of space. Like, even though I have more space, my kids are still up under me anyway, so it don't really make a difference to pay for more square footage when y'all are still gonna be up under me. So I might as well keep that money in my pocket, in my bank account, because I need it. Okay. And in this way, I don't gotta travel all this long way to get to work. I get a short commute. And then my friends from work, some of them like are semi in that area. Some of them are outside that area, but it's like close to that area. Um, but yeah, like I could possibly it'll be easier to be social because I'll be close by. The area is like more populated than where I live now. So that's gonna be a change because you get used to not having to, you know, fight for parking, and you don't have to worry about certain things when you don't live in an area that's as densely populated. But I think I can handle it. I mean, I'm from New York. It's pretty densely populated, so I could deal with it. It's not that bad. And I was telling Crystal, mom, the area kind of reminded me of Queens, like certain parts of Queens. It reminded me of. It's, I swear, you know what it is, BB Nice? I think people get so intimidated by plants. There's a lot of plants that are so easy to take care of. Like, I think people pick a plant because they think it looks pretty, but they don't realize they probably picked the hardest plant to take care of that's there. And then it dies and they think they can't take care of a plant. But there's plants that are really easy to take care of. Really easy to take care of. And um I've killed plants. I mean, my kids are still like picking at my plants and torturing my plants. I feel bad. I it's a learning curve, but it's really gratifying when you do finally get into the groove and you like learn how to like keep a certain plant healthy. It's gratifying. So I don't think you should be scared, BB Love. I think you should get like a pothos plant or a plant like this. Like this is kind of like a cousin to the pothos plant. And these plants are so easy to take care of because you don't have to water it every day. You just, when it gets dry, water it. And don't let it get too dry. You know what I mean? But I think most of the time when people kill plants, it's because they're over watering it. I think that's the biggest issue, really, when people are killing plants. So I think if you just chill on the watering and do your research, go on Pinterest and just search easy to care for plants. And they have like all these different posts on there of what kind of plants to look for, you know, what kind of like lifestyle you have. Is like if you're away a lot, there's plants that you only have to water once a month. You know what I mean? So it's like if you only have to water a plant once a month, easy maintenance. Like mother-in-law's tongue, I think you water like once a month. ZZ plant, you only have to water like every couple weeks. Mother-in-law's tongue is one. I think that's not the official name, but if you just search mother-in-law's tongue, it'll come up. It's like the plant with the straight stalks that go up and it's just green. straight stalks. That's really easy to take care of. Don't really need a lot of water, and they grow like crazy. This plant that I showed you, I could tell you the name of this one. This one is a peperomia, and I got this from IKEA, which is pretty much where I get my plants from because they're cheap and they got a lot of plants, and it's cheaper than what you get it at Home Depot. And I just have this little basket or whatever, so when I water it, it's got a plastic liner so it doesn't leak into the basket. But yeah, like my kids, oh my gosh, they broke one of my leaves off of my Birds of Paradise plant. Look how big this leaf is. My kids broke this leaf off. I was so mad. I was so upset. I mean, she's okay. She's got other leaves, but dang, that's a big leaf to lose. But yeah, that's the peperomina. It's Peper Peperomia. And yeah, I've had this one since like November, and it's been doing good. It's pretty low maintenance. I just every now and then I'll like put my finger to see if it's dry and I'll water it, and yeah, it's pretty low maintenance. Or pothos, Pothos. Those are the ones that you see that grow like vines, and they grow like crazy. Those are probably the easiest one to take care of because you can water those every single day. Like if you just want to water it for fun, just because this is my plant and I want to water it every day, get that plant, because if you water that plant every day, it will just grow and grow and grow and grow. You can never overwater it. So I recommend that one too. What else? And those are pretty inexpensive. And like I'm telling you, that plant will grow for you. That plant will grow for you. The pothos, that will grow for you. As long as you don't let it dry out, it'll grow. Ooh, something that flew in my throat. Oh my gosh. Mom, are you still in here? You said you have a ZZ plant. ZZ plants are good too. I have a ZZ plant too. You want to see my ZZ plant? I had to put my ZZ plant in a new pot because Cairo broke my pot. But this is a ZZ plant. And this is really easy to take care of too. Like, I don't really water this plant that much. And it grows. It hasn't shot up any new stalks, but because it's spring, I have a feeling it'll shoot up some new ones pretty soon. Look at this one. This is not real, but I got this from Target. I thought it was so cute. It's like the little version of my big fiddle leaf fig that I have. I just leave it in the bathroom because okay. I was like, there was a picture of me in the picture. It was freaking me out. Yeah, it's a really nice plant. It's got these really shiny leaves, the ZZ plant, and it's easy to take care of. Don't give it too much water. Like, I think I'll water mine like whenever it just seems real dry. I'll like put my finger in there like to my knuckle and see if I feel moisture. If I don't feel moisture, I'll just water it real good. And I'll leave it for a couple weeks because it takes a little while to dry out. And yeah, it's a pretty one. And I have like more plants over there. I have two fiddle leaf figs. I have a big one, and I have a little bush fiddle leaf fig tree. I have a pothos, and I'm gonna BB Nice, are you still in here? Because if you're still in here, I'll show you my pothos plant so you can see what I'm referring to when I talk about pothos. I need to finish my hair. Oh, you're here? Okay, let me grab a pothos. So this is my pothos plant. So I'm pretty sure you've seen these type of leaves before. Like it'll start to trail down. Like these are big leaves, but it'll start to like trail down after a while. Like these long leaves will get longer, and then they'll sprout more leaves. Like you can see here, see that little leaf that's coming off? It'll just keep sprouting like that and get longer and longer, and it'll just trail down. But like right now when I'm touching the soil, it's moist because I water this a lot because they love the water. You see how happy it is? It's like reaching upward. It's so happy. But these are so easy to take care of. Like if you see these in the store, just grab a couple of these, and I'm telling you, it's the easiest plant. I like to name my plants because it makes me like think about them as needing care more. So I'm like, oh, let me feed Esmeralda or whatever. Like, or I even tell the kids like you can talk to the plants because if you talk to them, it's good for them because the carbon dioxide you're breathing out. So like Zaire now, he'll go and talk to the plants. He'll be like, hi plant. But yeah, I enjoy my plants. I don't think anybody should be afraid of plants. There's a book that I got from IKEA like years ago about plants, and I really liked it because it was it was just such a very like stripped down way to approach gardening. It wasn't like you had to have fancy tools or anything like that. They literally were like showing you things you could use that you already had. You know what I mean? Like, matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all because this book is so cute. Cause it's like literally right here. So I'm like, I might as well show y'all. It's called Grow Together, and it says use what you have, and that's what I liked about this because it was like you don't need to go buy a bunch of stuff. You can literally use what you have and grow something. You can take seeds from food that you have in the fridge. Like I grew some green scallions last week with a half an onion. Like if you cut a half an onion in half and like put it in a bag and like leave it in the sun, it starts to sprout. Take it out, put it in water. It'll like sprout until you have green onions and you can eat them. But yeah, I like how it's just showing you like you can take beans or different types of lentils and seeds and like plant them. They have like the avocado. They show you how to do the avocado. And they're like, you can use stuff that you have to plant in little mugs and containers and, make it fun. Let's see what else I can find. Yeah, so they're like tools and materials, right? And then they're just showing you stuff you have, sponges, like the carton of eggs. Like, remember back in school, they used to use those to plant, like just things that you have already that you can kind of use. So that's what kind of made me feel like, oh, like I don't have to do anything all crazy. I don't have to have this, that, and the third. You can grow things. Like we can all make something grow. They even have like a little thing how you can take a bean, put it on a wet paper towel, leave it in the sun, and it'll sprout. It'll start to grow. And then you can plant it. They had a page in here about planting planting plants in water. Like you can plant things in water. Pothos is one of them. This can live in water alone. You don't even have to plant this in soil. I had pothos plants that I had in a jar of water, and they lived in that jar of water for such a long time without me putting them in soil. Um, and I think I ended up transferring them to soil later on, but yeah, I think a book like this is, it just kind of like reminds you that you can just use what you have and kind of make something grow with what you have. A lot of times, you don't even realize. Like the onion, I didn't even know either that I could do that until it just started growing. And I was just like, there's onions, like my onions are growing a plant. Like, and then I realized, like, these are scallions. Like, I tasted it and I'm like, oh my God, this is green onion. Like, I grew myself from another onion. Like, I didn't even know you could grow that like that. Oh, they show you how to make ketchup, how to grow tomatoes, how to take the seeds out, and then how to make ketchup. But yeah, I don't think it's a reason to be intimidated by plants. I think you just gotta approach it the right way. Not necessarily go for the plants that you think are pretty. Just find out what plants you can work with. Like what kind of care do they need? How much light do they need? If they don't really need that much light, and you can keep them like in your living room, and maybe there's not, it's like you have to just think about stuff like that, and you'll Google will bring it to you and be like, look, you need this plant because you don't even need a lot of light for this one. Or if you have a lot of light and you want it to be outside, make sure you get a plant that can take that. Because I know I put my fiddle leaf fig outside one time in the direct sun. Oh my God. The poor thing, leaves got like, it started to turn yellow because I guess the sun started to burn it. It didn't turn yellow. It was almost like it turned white. And it wasn't even out there that long. But yeah, some plants can't take direct sun. So as long as you approach it like thinking about what your environment for your plant and what you can kind of care you want to be able to give, then you'll be okay. You'll find a plant that works for you. Me and my godson grew some cucumber in a pot. Isn't it fun to like grow stuff? I want to grow stuff with my kids, but they don't even really like they like it, but then they can't leave it. You know what I mean? Like we'll plant it and then he'll be like digging in it and messing with it, and I'm just like, it's not gonna grow now because you done dug up all the seeds. So I have to either put it up high somewhere or on a shelf. I don't know, but we'll figure it out because now we gonna move. So maybe I'll try to grow some things on my little balcony, patio, whatever, because I've been wanting to grow herbs like cilantro and basil and stuff like that. That would be nice. Yes, we do need to provide care for ourselves. Yeah. And that's why I'm like moving, because I wasn't gonna move. I was like, oh, I don't want to disrupt, the school thing with Cairo, but I'm like, school is already disrupted with all this stuff that's going on. So he's not even in school anyway. And he wasn't even in the school that he was in for that long before all this stuff happened. So I'm like, I need to be closer to work. I don't want to spend my time in traffic. Because I think I was adding up like how many hours I spend in traffic. And I was like, I think after I added up all the hours, I was like, I spend a whole day, like a whole 24 hours in traffic every year. And that was scary to me. And so I don't want to do that. I was like, oh no, because that's a whole day that I want to be spending doing something else. I ain't trying to be doing it. I want to be able to get home and, do the things I need to do, like get into bed sooner, wake up refreshed, because I'm not like waking up, super duper early. Be able to, wake up and have a leisurely, cup of tea and not have to be like, oh my God, all right, let me hurry up and get out of here because I know traffic's gonna be bad. And like, I want to get up and have tea and scroll and see what the news is talking about and, go to the bathroom, not have to rush. So that'd been nice. I really need to finish my braids because I dipped the ones I finished, but then I did more, and I still have more that I have to finish in the back before I go back to work tomorrow. Like, I don't know, can you see this? Can you see this? Like, I still got like twists back here that I need to do. And one of my little hairs that was supposed to be tucked into my braids, and I don't know how I got it loose. Where is it? Because I don't know how it got. Here it is. I swear. I wrapped it around my hair because I was like, how the heck did this happen? How did you not end up in a braid? Like, I was doing something and I was like at the store, and I came out the store and I saw my reflection, and I just see this little thing sticking up on top of my head. I'm like, what in the hell is that? I thought it was a bug. I look, it's a piece of hair that done got away. I wasn't able to get it, but I'm gonna tuck it in. I'm walking around looking like, they was probably like, what the hell is on her head? And I'm just thinking my braids. I don't know if they my braids. I just did my braids. All these hairs sticking out. I am proud of myself though, because I was able to actually successfully do a knotless braid. Like, I don't see no knot. And last time I tried to do these, I saw knots galore. And I don't see no knots this time, so I like it. Oh, Mom, remember I was telling you I couldn't find my little lock jewelry? Are you still in here? You better be in here. You better be in here. Mamas can't leave till the end of the live. Mom, look at my lock jewelry. Isn't that cute? It's like a little quartz crystal. And then I have another one. Is it lucite? I have to see what I have, but I have another crystal on a thingy thing. But this is like my favorite one. Okay, you better be in here. And then I have this one, because the marijuana keep me calm. It keep me calm. It make me smart. It make me smart. But yeah, and I have a lotus flower, because lotus flowers, beautifulness and femininity and love and healing. So I have a lotus flower, and I have the other stone. The other stone that I have is like kind of like orangish gold at the tip, and then it fades into white, like one of those type of little stones. Those little crystals that go from white to like that burnt orange color. There, it's like that. You said, where's my babies? They're with their dad. They're with their dad. They've been with him since last Thursday. I've been by myself this whole time. Living the life. Somewhere. I've been like on vacation a little bit from being a mom at least this past week. And yeah. That's why I went apartment looking today, because I was like, I won't have to be fighting with the kids while I'm looking at the place, because that's how it usually be. Great chatting with you too. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you so much for hanging out. But yeah, that's why I went shopping. Not shopping. That's why I went hunting today, because I was like, usually I have to fight with them, and it's hard to look at the place, when you're like, what you doing? Come, stop, don't touch that. No, that's not yours. Like it's counterproductive. So yeah. Good night, BB. But yeah, I've been on here a while, so I guess I'm gonna go to and finish my hair. I was thinking if I should do like a little mini like bit of curl at the tips. Do you think I should leave it just straight at the tips? Or you think I should do like a little bit of wave curl at the tip? Everybody, man. Cause I gotta finish these. I have 2, 4, 6, 8 more to go back here. And then I'll be done. And then I'm gonna dippity dip the ones that need to be dipped. And then I'm gonna put a little mousse to tame these fuzzies so that it'll look a little bit more better tomorrow when I got to go back to the work. Ugh. You said wave? I guess I'll try it. I think it needs something, right? Yeah. I kind of liked it straight at first, but you know what I did the other day, and I was like, oh my god, this is low-key kind of like cool. This is the last thing I'm gonna do before I go. So I went like this, grabbed the tips of my hair, and then I pulled it up like this, right? So it's like a bob. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like I was like, oh my god, this is how I'm gonna look with a bob. Hold up. It looked better when I did it before. Yeah, it was like, look at the bang. it was like, okay, I gotta go. I look like it looked better at the time. Never mind. Hey, Queen Bianca Brooks. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in a minute. Hi, Queen. Yes, sister, create that unique hairstyle. Listen, I was like, quarantine make you do weird things. I spent like a good 45 minutes just looking in the mirror, like just looking at my face, looking at my hair, just like I was just trying to figure out. I wanted a new pair of glasses, so I was just like, what kind of glasses should I get? Quarantine, you got time to do weird things, right? Anyway, my drink is almost gone, so I'm gonna finish this drink, and I'm not gonna bid you all adieu, because I think I am sufficiently tipsy. And yeah. Oh my gosh, before I go, I want to try to play, if I can play this on this, I'm gonna do it. There's this singer that I just got put onto, and he's amazing. And I just want to share his work. Let me share him. I just want to share his work with y'all real quick. Before I leave. So let me see if this is working. If not, I'll do it on another day. Let me see if it's working. Okay, it's not working. Let me see if I can do it on here. Nope, can't do it on here. Okay, well, I guess I'll do it another day. There's a singer named Giveon, Giveon. He is a singer. He has a crazy sounding voice because his voice is very, very deep and heavy and like a true bass, but he's an amazing singer. I'll just say that. Google Giveon and listen to his music because he's pretty amazing. And yeah, I will see y'all soon. Bye.